Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. I am Pastor Brian. Welcome to another edition of our Dailyish Devotionals, and I'll bet you thought I forgot how to do these. It had been a whole week since I had done one, and I had missed them. But don't worry, I got enough puns in this one to make up for those time that I lost. I'll still try to do 2 or 3 a week. I just got a little bit off track with the weekend. Tracy went to her parents on Thursday night to help them pack and get ready, so she left the boys and I to our devices. And we lived as cavemen for a little while. We hung out in just our underwear, running around the house and eating what we wanted and watching what we wanted on television and making sure we ate out too often and hitting those restaurants that mom may not have approved of and playing way too many video games, but that's okay. It was just a weekend and we had the place cleaned up and ourselves showered and shaved by Monday afternoon, and she was none the wiser. I don't think she watches these anymore anyway, so she won't even know about the debauchery that went on for that weekend that she was gone. But we of course missed her, and we're glad to have her back and back on track here now, going to school for a couple days, and it's raining. You can believe that. It's rained now for a couple days. My gauge said half an inch. I have no idea if it's even scientifically accurate. Probably got more than that, but we need it. I know it's probably too late for the farmers, and I really hope it's too late for my lawn because I don't want to have to mow anymore. I can just save that for next spring. But it's good to see the rain. And it's kind of crazy. You know, we had 2 months straight, basically, of sunshine. And even though it's been raining now for 2 days, you still get that melancholy feeling from the rain and the dreariness outside. So, but we needed it. We definitely needed it. I'm going to be honest with you. I got a great picture. It's a little gilly, and it may be a little fishy with the way that is CGI or edited, but it sure made me chuckle when I saw it. I thought that was a fantastic picture there, and it spawned all kinds of puns that came and just kept coming to my mind. So I thought it was funny, and I got hooked on that picture and just couldn't do it away with it. So I had to share it with you guys. But we'll probably throw it back, maybe bring it back some other time. A good catch and release. Told you I saved a few up. And then that cartoon came up. I thought that was perfect as we're needing a little tea. So we got a manatee for the morning. So what to talk about on a dreary morning with some rain that we had that was nice and refreshing. Max's chapter for the day was on blind ambition and motives, and the more I stared at that chapter thinking, how am I going to turn that into something that someone wants to hear about and be uplifted in the morning? And the more I thought, I really can't. But I'll tell you what, I'll share an experience that I had with the boys this weekend, and maybe we'll just go with that. Like I said, Tracy went to her parents to help them pack up, get ready. I think their house was getting ready to be sold, and I believe it's sold pending everything coming together, which is a good thing. And the boys and I were left down here on our own, and we did good. We behaved ourselves. No wild parties or anything like that. We, was it Monday morning? I think we're having breakfast. Alex said he was going to make me breakfast in bed. Maybe it was Monday afternoon. I don't remember for sure when the question was. But he did. He made me breakfast in bed. I got some eggs and toast. Poor Isaac had to get up for practice on Monday. But Alex asked me a question. He said, "What was your favorite part of the weekend, Dad?" I said, spent a lot of time in our own rooms watching our own TV. The boys spent a lot of time playing video games. Don't tell Tracy. She doesn't watch these anymore, so she won't even know what happened. I thought, we took a trip to Omaha, and Isaac drove us to Divine Truth. He did his first road trip in Omaha, and we parked at Divine Truth, and he promptly gets out. I was just going to run in and grab something. And he gets in the passenger seat. When I got out to get something, I came back, and he jumped over to the passenger and says, "What, you're not driving anymore?" And he said, "That was the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life." And he did just fine driving us there, but it was kind of funny. I guess it was white knuckled for him the whole way. And then his little brother from the back chimed in, "Yeah, I thought we were going to die a bunch of times." I said, "Alex, it was fine. He really did a nice job." So then we stopped and picked up some supper from Barley's in Council Bluffs, and I demonstrated my extreme parallel parking ability right in front. Barley's there. It's on that West Broadway going to downtown, and whipped that little Ford Explorer in there, no problem. The boys were impressed. They were impressed. They couldn't even say anything smart alecky about it. They said, Dad, that was pretty good. I said, thank you, son. One day you too will have the driving capabilities of this professional. Back to the question at hand. Alex asked me what my favorite part of the weekend was. I told him it was that trip to Omaha. Those couple hours that we took driving and stopping to get some things, and just pretty much talking in the car, making him listen to old songs on 90s on Channel 9 and Sirius XM, and giving Isaac a bad time with all the topics that he hates to talk about. I asked Alex, I said, what was your favorite thing? I said, you know what? The trip to Omaha. I said, that was fun. I said, and that made me think. It reminded me or reinforced that I can spend all the time in the world playing video games or watching their own television or doing what they think is super enjoyable, but when it comes down to it, sometimes the most fun and most memories are made just simple time together. We did nothing profound in driving to Omaha. No serious thing planned, no reflection, no reward at the end except simply a meal. No things planned for them. It was a silly little trip in and back to town. Ended up being the most fun they had all weekend, not even hours playing. Minutes playing video games with their friends or anything like that. And I thought, it just reinforced. Spend time with friends and family. I know now, with the virus and all that stuff, it's not as easy just to get out and do it. We didn't eat in the restaurant, we brought it home. I devoured the chicken wings in the car. That's an interesting experience, eating messy chicken wings in a car. But it was my car. No, it wasn't. It was Tracy's car. Don't tell her about the barbecue sauce in the back seats. But just spending time. Doesn't have to be something fancy, doesn't have to be something amazing. Just time spent with them is what is important. And I think that's something fun to be, or something we need to be reminded of also too. Time with family, time with friends, also time with God, though. They talk about it's important to keep that relationship going and fresh. You get into it, you get out of it what you put into it. As with any relationship. It's completely one-sided. There's only so much God can do. So, spend some time with some loved ones. Even if it's a silly trip to Omaha, you won't regret it. I promise.